If you've not seen this car, this is my 71 MG Midget. This is the round arch version. They had a square arch version as well. I've had this car in my collection for a very long time. Like I said, 11 years plus, could actually be almost 12 years. In all those years of ownership, I've only been left stranded once, and honestly, it was kind of a given. The clutch failed and the pedal just went to the floor and it wouldn't drive. Of all the other times I've had this, it has always got me to my destination. But when I do really long road trips that are putting me in very remote locations, meaning that there is not going to be a mechanic on site or anybody that I could essentially get to fix this car, I have an essentials list. And to me, that well, Cessna just locked the brakes. It's essential to me to bring these items. So we're going to go through the most important things and kind of break it down. Number one, tools. Tools are the most important thing that you could bring on these. And I don't mean just like a generic set. Like, bring a good set of sockets, a good screwdriver set, anything that will help you get off items on this vehicle that you would need to take off. A basic toolkit will take you so far. Number two, a jack. Yes, this came with a factory jack, and yes, it does work. It's a crank and it goes in those slots on the side. But there are better versions and they don't take up much room. And if you need to jack up both sides, I think bringing another jack for your road trip is essential. All right. Number three. Now, I'm going to give this company a shout out because they've sent me this product. I've used it a multitude of times, not even just for this, but for the big stuff. And it really is a lifesaver, in my opinion, for getting to your destination or leaving you unstranded from a situation that could potentially make you have to be towed. And grab it out of here. This is the GOOLOO A5. And you're probably wondering what's in this case. This is the jack of all trades when it comes to two necessities that I think every vintage car owner, especially these old British cars, should take with them. When you're in a remote spot, there's two things that you need that could potentially leave you stranded. Air in your tires, and if you have a dead battery, getting it jump started. Well, this thing amazingly does that. And I'll give you some information on how this thing works. So, it's probably the fanciest system that I've actually dealt with. It is a 4,000 amp jump starter and 160 psi tire inflator. So it literally does both things that you want. It's touchscreen. You have every mode here that you need to do. You essentially plug your jump start cable right here, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then if you need to actually air it up, the air compressor is built into this as well. I originally was just bringing jumper cables, and I'm not saying you shouldn't bring jumper cables. Jumper cables are good, but this takes care of jumper cables because you don't need the option number two that's required with jumper cables, a second vehicle. This does everything you want, and 4,000 amps. I mean, this will jumpstart this with a quarter of that requirement. So this will do some pretty big stuff, including the Land Rover with the big V8. Any high requirement of juice, this will take care of. It's quite impressive. So I'll show you the connections that it has. If I can get this to not move. And so it comes with a great little case. So here's the tire inflator, just your basic connection. Goes right into the top, right here, just like that. Very simple. You just choose the option for the tire inflator. I think that's absolutely crucial. I would also advise bringing a can of slime. You'd be surprised on these old tube tires that are, you know, I mean, you're talking nearly 60 years old. Tubes are great, but they're also not great, and I have had several that leak. And slime will go a long ways. This also has jumper cables. It plugs directly into this, and I'm telling you what, this will absolutely save your bacon when I've been in a situation where it is 30 degrees out, you're freezing cold, your battery is dead because it sat overnight, it's weak, not enough to crank it over. You have two options. You can either bump start this, which better hope there's a hill near, or you need jumper cables. This, by this company, completely takes care of all those issues in one. inflated tires and your car jump starts. So I will post down in the link to get one of these if you're interested. They're priced amazingly well. This is beyond proven itself in multitude of uses, including jump starting the motorcycle. So I always keep this in the back of this when I do a road trip. Check them out. All right, moving on to what else is necessary for road trips with these vintage cars.